Music producers, beat makers, sound designers. This is Dethroned Civil. Of course you know who I am. Today we're going to be reviewing the new VST Retro 5 by Waves Audio. So let's not waste time. Let's get right into it and let's check this out. What's up, everybody? This is the new VST Retro 5. This is the one that everybody's talking about. Some people want to call it the RC-20 killer, but we're going to see. We're going to check it out right here. So I made a track, but let me kind of go over the specifics of this right here. I believe it's about 255 presets that are in this right here. It is a way to color and add textures to your actual sounds. In this first section right here, we have a device. And with this device, you can actually have a styler that can actually give you the sounds from the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, or the 80s. You can have different devices which will kind of give you a different sound. I'll show you a demo in a little bit. And you can change the tone of that, kind of like the pitch. Then you have a squasher where you can squash the sound, and a ringer where if you want that lo-fi ringer sound. Our next section here is our space section where we have echo. Not only do we have some echo here, you can have time, so you can change the time where they can be in 16, 30-second time, 1/8. You can change the level, you can ping pong the echo, and you can just change some of the frequencies in that echo as well. Here you have a reverb, you can have a spring reverb or a plate reverb. You can change the level as well as you can mix. Then in this section right here, this is our noise section. In this noise section, you can have different cassettes, different digital options, different electric options, some effects, some mechanics, some synth, as well as some vinyl noise and things like that over it as well. And then once you do that, you can actually change the threshold of that. You can duck it, you can gate it, you can change the level, or you can add some pre or post space to it as well. And then the last part, I look at this as like the SP404, where you can kind of make it wobble and you can change and do different things just like RC-20 as well. So here you have two sets of wobble for the mechanics, and you can change the speed of it and control the dynamics of it as well. You know, how you want it to come in. You can change your output, and you can also add a high pass filter, low pass filter, or if you wanted to make it from mono to stereo as well. But this is what the GUI kind of looks like, or the UI. Now, one thing that I heard, I actually watched, because I've watched a lot of the reviews on it, and some people say, you know, it's kind of ugly and things of that nature, but I kind of like it. Let me tell you why, because I'm a 70s baby. It reminds me of 80s cartoons. I think of Transformers, Silverhawks, Thundercats, things of that nature. So it's a cool plugin, and plus it's easy to use. It looks cumbersome, but it's really easy to use. So let me kind of go in. I'm gonna show you my drum track that I actually made. So let's get into this right here. Come out of here, go in here. So this is my drum track. And if you can really take a real good look right here, I'm gonna try to, and this sample right here is as follows. Now, what I used here was the 18 preset. I'm not going to go through all the presets. There's 255 presets, but I used the 18 preset for this, and it gave me this particular sound. As you can see here, I have a little bit of high pass filter. I'm using the 80s preset. If I flip this to the 70s, so you hear the difference there. If I move it to the 60s, and I'm gonna put it on the 50s right now. And you can kind of change it to the way you want it. I really like this right here. Or you can, you can change the device on it. So if you notice, to see this right here, and I've changed this to an audio file, that's because, you know, how Native Instruments is, it is labor intensive on your CPU. To kind of squash that, what I did is I turned this into an audio file instead of the original sample that was, not sample, but when I played the keys right here. So I just turned it into an audio file right here. With this piano right here, I'm gonna let you hear it raw. All right, and then I'm going to add the retro-fi to it. So just add a little bit to it. little bit textures to it, and I'll show you actually. So if you see here, I use the 50s detune me. So that's why you can hear a little bit, kind of change the texture of it a little bit. You can add a lot of color to it, which is kind of the reason why I really like it. So let me go here to, not my bass, but I'm gonna go to my guitar, my rhythm guitar right here. And so then I'm going to solo my guitar. If I pull this up and over right here, I'm using a vinyl 2. As you can see, here's a vinyl emulation. And it's using the 70s. The styler is the 70s. I'm using the second device and, you know, got some echo on it, a little bit of reverb. It sounds like this. So I'm gonna play it without the actual effect on it. Now let's add the effect to it. Now, do you hear the difference? Do you hear the difference? That's with that. I know somebody would probably say, well, that sounds better. Well, in terms of what I'm trying to do for the lo-fi sound, this is better. And it kind of pulls it out a little more instead of it being so wide. Now I see it more cone shape as far as, you know, it coming through the mix. So this is the track. This is the entire track. Let's get into it like this. This is what the actual track sounds like right here. Yes. All right, everybody, this is Dethroned Civil. This is my review, a very short, brief review of the Waves new VST Retro 5. Very good VST. Tell me what you think about it. If this added some value, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next go around. Oh yeah, check out some of my other videos. I'm pretty sure you'll be entertained.